Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel. As always, there's a lot to cover in the Lowcountry today, so let's get started with our headlines. Fewer than 1 out of 5 registered voters in Beaufort showed up to pick a new mayor on Tuesday, but those who did overwhelmingly elected Phil Cromer by nearly a 2-to-1 margin over Mike Sutton. Cromer succeeds Stephen Murray, who resigned earlier this year. He says one of his first orders of business will be to meet with historic preservation interests and developers of downtown Beaufort to try to bring those two sides together. He hopes that will carry over to lowering the temperature of the debate on all things in the town. He also wants to continue stormwater projects to build the resiliency of the city to coastal flooding and rising tides. Cromer only has 11 months before he stands for election again next November. Turns out Cromer is taking the helm of an award-winning town, as the popular luxury and lifestyle magazine Condé Nast Traveler has named Beaufort one of the 28 most beautiful small towns in America. The town was also honored as having an abundance of friendly local residents, walkable downtown areas with mom-and-pop cafes, boutique hotels, and of course, incredible views. If you are planning a road trip this holiday season, you might get a pleasant surprise at the pump. Gas prices are expected to continue to go down, maybe a nickel or so before Christmas, according to national experts that say prices are already down 20 cents from last month because increasing supplies from the U.S., Brazil, and the Caribbean are offsetting costs from the Middle East. Nationally, prices are down in 2023 from 2022 and may go down a little more in 2024, depending on world politics. The conversation surrounding the construction of new bridges between the mainland and Hilton Head Island has been quiet for the past several months, but it may be about to heat up again. The town's latest study of how to design the bridges and the Gateway Corridor is now underway. The committee supervising the study recently met for the first time with independent consultants. Those consultants asked questions about the potential for flyovers or buying more rights of way for the island side of the corridor. The committee said it is opposed to both of those ideas. The consultants hope to have their ideas and opinions back to the committee in the spring. Hilton Head's population has grown only 2% since 2010, while the county says traffic on the bridges has grown 16%, with the consultants saying traffic has likely grown even more than that. And this might be one of the most interesting Christmas gifts by any group to any group in the Lowcountry this season. The Princeton class of 1966 had a reunion on the island recently, and one of those classmates, Hilton Head Town Councilor David Ames, took the group to the Gullah Museum on Gumtree Road during their visit. The group was so enamored with what they learned that they donated $21,000 for the museum to build an historic, but still working, version of a Gullah outhouse, a project the museum has been working on for years. At the same time, the Hilton Head Area Home Builders Association announced that they would volunteer to build the outhouse for the museum. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And now here's Justin Jarrett with what happened last night in the Lowco.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by Lowcosports.com. It was a busy Tuesday night of high school hoops with Lowco-on-Lowco clashes from every corner of the region. Lowcosports.com's Wes Kerr was in the Bobcat Den, where Bluffton took on Beaufort in a battle for the Broad River. The Bobcat girls were back to full strength and blew by the Eagles with Tacoya Heyward piling up 23 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. And the Bobcat boys made it a sweep for the home team with a 54-38 win, as birthday boy Carnell Warren racked up 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. Happy birthday indeed. Our friends at Beaufort's Own had another couple Donnybrooks and Seabrook last night, as the Battery Creek Dolphins stole a pair from their rivals on the road. Creek's girls locked down on defense late for a 36-31 win, and Alizjah Mathis scored 21 points to lead the Dolphin boys to their first win over the Warriors in 3 years, 45-44 in double overtime. Catch the full highlights on the Beaufort's Own YouTube channel. I jumped into the deep end to check out the May River Sharks, who swept visiting Ridgeland Hardyville. Liz Duncan scored 15 in a 46-33 win in the girls' game, and Tanner Macy poured in 14 of his 19 in the first half of a 63-42 victory for the May River boys. Hilton Head High's girls and Hampton County's boys earned revenge in rematches in Barnville. The Cross girls and Patrick Henry boys earned a split, and Colleton County's boys beat Class 5A Stall by 22 on the road. We'll be live at 10 p.m. tonight on the Lowco Media Network with the debut of the Lowco Grind, diving deeper into the Lowco high school wrestling scene and other combat sports like MMA and boxing. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Are our chilly temperatures going to stick around for the weekend? Let's find out with Maria.
Thanks, Betsy. Yep, so taking a look ahead, as we get into the end of this week, we are going to see cooler temperatures and storm-like weather, as we're going to have wind gusts getting up to 54 miles an hour by the weekend. So if you had any Christmas decorations outside, you might want to fasten them down or bring them inside. So taking a look at Thursday, it's going to be windy with sunny to partly cloudy skies. And we're also going to have a rip current warning in effect. So taking a look at the temperatures, Hillness give a high 56, a low 44. Bluffton's give a high 57, a low 41. And Beaufort's give a high 57 and a low 41. The sunrise for Thursday is going to be at 7:16 and sunset's going to be at 5:19. Looking at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 9:58 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 5:24 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Friday it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with those rip current warnings still in effect. Also, the winds are going to start to pick up in the evening, and we are going to have some coastal flooding warnings in effect as well. Highs are going to be in the 60s, lows in the 40s and 30s. Then come Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered showers throughout the day and going into the evening. And we're going to see increasing winds throughout the day and again going into the evening. Highs are going to be in the 60s, lows in the 40s. And then come Sunday, it's going to be windy with, again, those max wind gusts getting up to 54 miles per hour. And then we're going to see showers throughout the day, but should be clearing up by the evening. Highs in the 60s, lows in the 50s. That's it for today. Let's send it back to the desk.
After a quick break, Robin Zimmerman sits down with Carlton Dallas to tell us what's going on locally in the business scene.